Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am, of course, Lord Forwind, here playing as the mighty Venetian Empire still. We are still slowly moving towards Italy. We've got a plan. The plan is to attack Tunis because they're allied to Siena up here, which is one of the provinces we need to form Italy. The other stuff is all contained within the Pope's lands, which is not going to be that easy to finish off the Pope. Especially since they're allied to my two strongest allies, or two of my strongest allies. I think Great Britain's stronger than Portugal and Spain. Wow. And I don't really want to lose Spain and Portugal as allies. So currently what we are doing is we are fabricating claims on Tunis. I'm hoping I can fabricate claims for, say, their capital, and then attack them for that. I keep getting this trade company investment, so let's see if there's actually anything I can do still with these. Not really. How about over here? Land force limit, I'll do that, I guess. That's tax. We don't really want tax. Production efficiency. I mean, I could afford to upgrade it all. I might as well. That way I stop getting the notification. At least from that region for the moment. And the other benefit is it will help develop India a bit more, so I'll get more money from it. Need one more month here. And then that will be dealt with. Interesting enough, this governance doesn't actually give any benefit to the rest of the area. Kind of curious. Cool. Just looking at that. We're in a golden era, which is lovely, which means I really do need to use it more. But it's not that simple, is it? Excuse me. Let's harsh treat Mamlukian and Arakani separatists. That gives us 11 absolutism. Obviously, still a very long way to go. But our next thing should be monthly. Wait, do we already take that? We took yearly absolutism. Next one will probably be admin efficiency. I'm a little bit wary of destabilizing the Republic quickly or not. Obviously, we still have a long way to go for government reforms, which I'm not happy about. On the other hand, we could really start moving towards trade company, not trade company, monarchy. Civil service is actually wonderful here. Yeah, we'll grant Cremona autonomy because I should be able to, immediately lower it. We'll increase our advisor costs by a little bit to make sure we have no real spies in our midst. Send that guy back out again. Oh, free stability. I will happily take you. Very happily. Unfortunately, the spying is not going very well versus both Siena and Tunis. They've taken very defensive ideas, I guess. Slightly frustrating. There we go. Some of these provinces are probably very cheap for me to develop now. Yeah, 26 on some of these because the university and more world ports and stuff. Really good. Actually, one second. I gotta check something. Okay, so I can theoretically switch to a monarchy. For some reason I was worried I couldn't because I have the unique Venetian government. Could have been a problem actually. Poor Aragon is left a shattered remaint of a great empire. Almost have enough to attack Tunis. Siena is a bit of an issue though. They're a very well developed province, which means taking them is going to give me ridiculous amounts of A. People are a little bit angry about my conquests. We do want to avoid the nightmare scenario of the Ottomans forming a coalition and then having half of Europe join. Why are the Ottomans attacking the Mamelukes? Oh, somehow the Ottomans have claims on this province now. Lovely. At least the Protestantism is interestingly surviving. Not doing the best up north, but down south it's doing pretty good. In 2 years, we can get cheaper core creation cost, which really I should wait until I have that, because taking land in Tunis and in Italy are more expensive, rather annoyingly. Actually, not really, rather annoyingly, really annoyingly. That's the case. We'll do trade steering. We don't get much benefit from controlling the trade here, but if we control the trade, other people don't. So, it's not that bad. We're also starting to dominate the Genoan trade node. So at some point, probably once we form Italy, we'll have a merchant in both trade positions. Actually, that would be a wonderful finisher, now that I think about it, for trade ideas, would be allow you to collect in 2 or more trade nodes without huge penalty. Oh, something to consider out there, Paradox. Although probably it's so hard-coded you couldn't change it if you wanted to. We have a ridiculous amount of prestige, don't we? Unfortunately, we're going to lose the Venetian school and the other penalties once we switch governments. We almost have enough to get a claim on Siena, which is what we're waiting on. We do have this, so let's do admin efficiency. And there we go. We can get a claim on this very key province. They are in a trade league with us, which is kind of hilarious because we're pretty much going to stab them in the back. These guys are another one we want to kick out after the war. So we will declare war on Tunis itself. Oh, the Ottomans would join. That stops the entire plan, doesn't it? Just completely halts it in its tracks. Although I could kick these guys, then attack them. Actually, that almost would be better because I'm directly attacking these guys. Let's just make sure they haven't picked up any allies in the last month. That has happened to me multiple times recently, and boy is it infuriating. We do not have military access at the moment. We do not have military access through Kazan, but we will get it fairly soon because it's the AIs and they're dumb and they always get military access. Even though the military access is what's going to kill them. I suppose I could call Portugal into the war, couldn't I? What the heck, we'll call Portugal in. I don't think they'll do much, but you never know. Now I could attack Fazan if I needed to. But I think this way will work better. I need military access. Pope, apparently you're not about to grant it, so we'll get that there. You know what, I might as well just attack these guys too. Holy Wars reduced AE, so we'll do that. And we'll do that. And we'll also have our wonderful little ally Portugal cause trouble for Tunis as well. Meanwhile, they will attempt and fail to siege my capital, or one of my forts in my capital region. Apparently the Ottomans are colonizing, by which I think that means they're buying trade companies somewhere out there. Tough to say, actually. There we go. Siena has fallen, or at least their army has. Their forts in rest of their kingdom, or republic will be very quickly to follow. Kazan, obviously not a problem. Tunis is going to take a little while longer. Getting 100% devastation is going to be exciting. Not entirely sure how one goes about that. I assume just sieging will do it. Oh, I can scorch earth it. Okay. I guess I'm just going to have to occupy every single province in the Tunis region and then just hold it. And our sieging general, of course, died. Because that seems to occur consistently whenever I start a war. I know it does increase chance of death, but it seems to occur a lot. We'll just remove you from the game because you're tiny and you really don't matter. It's a sad fact when you're one of those countries. You just don't matter. 10 development province, not worth worrying about. Devastation is rising. Now the question is, when I occupy the province, does the devastation rise due to being occupied? Or do I actually have to have an army there? Occupied. Ah, it does. So I just have to literally occupy this region. Problem solved. That is not part of the Tunisian region. Okay. No point in rushing it too much, so we'll do this nice and slow. And then we pretty much just have to hold the province for like 5-6 years until the devastation gets high enough, I guess. Although I can scorch earth it to get it 5% higher. Okay, that fell. Literally just the Tunisian region, huh? Okay. We can do this. Okay. Now I have to let my army outed back into Tatooine, which is kind of funny. No reason to escalate any conflict. We are pretty good the way we are. I'm curious if I scorch earth it. I can't scorch earth it again. That is a bit frustrating. However, we are going to get cheaper core creation, which is positive. And I might as well just scorch earth the other provinces as well. It's going to be quite a wait, though, so don't expect this war to be over anytime soon. We'll just let Portugal do the rest of it. We'll just pretty much stay in these provinces. Sadly, having increased troops there doesn't speed it up. Ah well, we sit and we wait for quite some time. Steady conversion going. Power street that. Honestly, this is probably going to take the vast majority of the episode just sieging these provinces. The Ottomans are expanding once more. Who are they attacking? Dalwasir and Hisinkefa. Wow, that's too bad. Dalwasir used to be their massive, powerful ally, and now is just merely another punching bag for the Ottoman Empire. That's sad when you think about it. Sadly, I can't occupy the province myself and take it, because then the devastation would recover. Looks like sitting and waiting is my option. That and hoping that Portugal can actually occupy this region for once. Yeah. Spain would join, apparently. We don't want Spain to join. Ideally, it's too bad you can't use favors to force Spain to break their alliance with the Pope. Nor can I do anything else in that area. Let's just finish off this area, 'cause I'm too annoyed having to deal with it. There we go. Also making sure... Yes, trade. Yes, trade. Good. Kind of curious if I can buy a trade province somewhere on the east coast of Africa. It's quite an interesting mess, Africa. It's like the scramble for Africa happens like a couple hundred years early. You know what? Let's not actually send the army into a superior or equal force without a general. Doesn't end well. How to increase devastation. When does Scorched Earth wear off? 3 years. That's gonna be a while. Some might have to burn, okay. Standard loss of stability due to being overly religious. I guess increased missionary strength, why not? We're getting closer and closer to cheaper merc maintenance, which is nice. Hopefully if I don't occupy any other provinces, it'll take Portugal long enough that the war is technically not over. Hopefully. We should add some of this land to our empire. Do we want to... I really kind of want to destabilize the empire before we form Italy, rather than after, but... I assume you can still flip the government. I haven't actually checked in the new expansion. There we go. Strengthened military units. We will take Renzer infantry? I don't know how you say it. And we'll take that. So, about 200 more monarch points than we get free reasons for war on pretty much everybody. Since this army is in hostile territory, they will get the general rather than other areas. There we go. Strengthen that. So the wait continues. Yeah, the wait really continues. Let's get cheaper merc maintenance. Why not? That way when we switch we don't completely collapse. Hey, for once our actual army is just as expensive as our mercs, which has taken quite a while to get to that point. Another general died. Lovely. And the Ottomans could attack us next October. I doubt they will. They might attack Wallachia though. Or Poland. I feel sorry for Poland. Unfortunately, once they lost Lithuania, it's all downhill. These guys are doing pretty good though. Unfortunately, they've lost quite a bit of land to the Ottomans. And again, a very solid Persia. Not a great power though, so probably unable to fight the Ottomans. Took offensive, took defensive. So at least they have morale, discipline, and cavalry combat ability, but that might not be enough. Now we have war exhaustion. Unfortunately, we're only 20-something% done. Can't scorch earth till November, sadly. But we can get better reasons for war. So prepare for wall of reasons for war. Yep, there we go. So, okay. So that will be a thing. Not sure how we can take from fighting war on the same side as the enemy has military access. Oh, this is actually a good opportunity here. Let's cancel military access. There we go. Hire a general. And then we'll attack the Pope. I didn't think that would work, but Spain is not willing to support the Pope, which is odd, to say the least. Ah, they're malevolent. Lovely. We are going to do imperialism, though. And for the moment, what are you? Bertucci Flagnelli or whatever. We will assign you to this army. I think we will also begin moving this army, yes, back to the Venetian area so I can use them in this fight versus the Pope. Once October or so rolls around, we will again devastate Tunis further. Unfortunately, I do have to keep an eye on war exhaustion because that's now ticking up per month. Huh. Ottomans are buying land abroad. Good for them. So we need what provinces from the Pope? So that's not. Oh, wrong thing. I need Italy, not that. We need Ancona, Firenze, Modena, obviously Mantua, and Roma. Roma. It's going to take a while to do, though. We're still waiting on this endless devastation. This tick up is really slow. There we go. Firenze has fallen. Starting in November, we can mess around with things there. Can we? Yep, we can do more manufactories. Yeah, I might as well just spend all this money. Unfortunately, we're currently only improving some of our land and not other parts of it. This is not sorted. There we go. I think we're spending enough money on buildings. We're probably going to double our trade power. There we go. Ferrara has fallen. Slowly pushing deeper into the Pope's lands. We're now trading in, what was that, wood? Or wool? Trading in wool decreased ships cost. Why? I don't know, but it's cool. We're still only 30% on this. This is going to take forever to get enough. Ugh. That's not a good thing. That's going to take forever. Well, apparently we can just march right past the fort. Which is cool, but I think defies some rules of forting. Let's take out the Pope's army. Don't want to give them any provinces to escape through. The Pope has hired an Ottoman army to fight in this war. Lovely! Not what I want to see. Ragusa, return home at war. However, the might of the Papal armies is no match for the Venetian armies. And in fact, the Pope is doing a pretty good job defending, but the morale is not good enough. Let's just do this. This should finish them off, I'd hope. Or not, because they're going to regain morale. Lovely. Okay. They're going to be forced to there, apparently. Can you please just finish them off? There we go. Pope has been by and large eliminated. We will Scorch Earth this area. Apparently Scorch Earthing this to 100 devastation takes forever. Oops. It almost takes multiple wars. We're up to 34, so we are only a third of the way to where we need to be. Awful. Take forever. Fortunately, this war exhaustion is going to get me before then. We'll save the admin power. These guys will be the last ones to fall, I suspect. Just speaking relative to what I think will occur. In our Italian conquests, we really don't care about their lands out there. What lands do we specifically need again? Ancona, Firenze, Modena, and Roma. Okay. Can I force you to return? No, that's not going to help much. We'll do this for now. Since we're going to be in this war for several more years, I think I can safely take that land. However, we are going to have to be very careful that there is not a coalition versus us at the end of all of this. So, there could be a coalition versus us, so I will have to be careful. I really just want to take your capital, Siena, but I can't do that. We avoided going over 100 overextension, which is good. Sadly, I have to lose some absolutism, and I can Scorch Earth this in 5 more years. At which point it should be about 60. And my people will be immensely unhappy about being in the war. Because that's a thing. The Mamluks have joined a coalition versus us. If the Ottomans join, we have to peace out of this war. That's just the plain and simple of it. might have gone a little bit too far. Yep, Ottomans have joined the war. Darn, I was hoping to get the Tunis War done. We'll force them to release that. We will not take their capital. We will force them to annul treaties with people, though. We really could use another solid ally. Russia would be nice. We could ally... No, Persia's fighting Russia. We don't want to get involved with that. Madribari hates us. Delhi, Bahamanas, Bengal. Oh, I forgot I'm allied to Bengal. That's cool. I can't ally anyway because I'm still at war. Lovely. I really want to peace out of the war and take that province, but I know if I do, these guys will definitely join a coalition versus me. Okay, the Ottomans are in a different war, so hopefully that means the coalition... Okay, they've actually joined the coalition versus me, which means I can take this land, and I'm pretty much going to cause a coalition against me regardless of what I do. Yeah. Luckily, France is losing a war versus somebody else. For once. Okay, so we are looking at a war with the Ottomans, which means we need to plan accordingly. Which, at this point, means put a lot of troops on the Austrian border. We'll do standardized uniforms. Even though we're not doing lots of drilling, but we will, eventually. And then move these two armies to hide behind Cairo. Check out you. You're not fully upgraded. Let's move you back to Venice and upgrade. Doesn't look like any of my troops are stuck in that region, which is good to see. We have done build a treasury, so I might take that. We could do proto-industrialization, but I don't think it's worth it. The next one is the Enlightenment and could fire in our lands. I think... Yes, most of our forts are upgraded. Still building one in Constantinople, interestingly. And we'll upgrade the one in Napoli as well. Obviously, we have to convert all that Catholic land we stole before much else will occur. And hopefully countries like Bavaria and France, who is in another war, do not join the coalition. Yeah, the rest seem to be busy for the moment, but that could change, you know, in a heartbeat. I think I may want to strengthen my armies a little bit. Oh, not what I wanted. And then that would be, what, 4? 9 more units. Get some more mercs on the field. Not the perfect way of going about it, but it will do. Let's pull you out of here, actually. Is there anyone else I can add to my trade league? Alsace. Okay, we'll add you. Obviously, there's going to be lots of very quick conversions here. Hilariously, because we're not Catholic, taking Rome doesn't actually cause a problem for us. And we're able to convert it for some extra prestige and stuff. Pope obviously hates us. That was expected. After we form Italy, we could technically try to form the Roman Empire. What do we need exactly for that? We need some land from England. We need all of Spain. We need some in North Africa. We need all the Ottomans' lands, pretty much. And we need some of the Austrian lands. That's going to be an exciting mess if we go for that. Anyhow, I think I will stop this here. Next time we're probably going to have a very large coalition war, which will not be fun to fight, but seems to be likely to occur. So we'll also progress towards forming Italy. So thank you guys all for watching. Bye for now.